So, after the order of the Supreme Court to send all the stray dogs from the streets of Delhi to the shelter homes for the safety and security reasons, after this order, there has been a series of protests by the dog lovers who are pretending to be the animal rights activists or animal lovers, and few of them can actually be. After this has happened, a debate has come up regarding the double standards of the society. So for these people, this is an innocent animal. Dog is an innocent animal. But for some of these very people, this chicken or goat or sheep or buffalo, cow, or other animals can be very tasty animals. They are to be slaughtered for them and to be served on the platters in their lunch and dinner and the other meals. They eat them happily, unreflectingly, uncritically, and they call themselves animal lovers, animal rights activists. Are they really? Are you really an animal rights activist if you are crying for the rights of the dog, but you have no problem eating a chicken, eating a goat, or eating any other animal? What is the difference between these two category of animals? I really see not much difference. A dog has got four legs, and similarly the goat has got four legs. They both can see, they both have ears, they both have nose, mouth, literally the same structure, the physiology, the morphology, the biology, the sociology is same. They both have family, but you shower all of your love for one, but you have no mercy, no kindness, no compassion for the other side of animals. Why is it so? Why do you apply these aesthetic parameters while you shower your love and show your kindness on the animals? Why is it so? Maybe it is because of the culture, maybe because you go on adopting the western models. Maybe it is because of that culture, the media, the society has given higher value to the dogs. So like dogs are the favorite animals. They aren't killed and all. But well, in some tribal societies, dog are killed and eaten. But in a very few places it happens. But largely, the society love dogs. This is clear. But when it comes to the other animals, the majority of the people living in the society, they have no problem killing these animals. Doesn't it show the double standard of the society, the title of the post, the hypocrisy, the two-faced nature? Doesn't it show that? This is something, when the debate has come up after the Supreme Court ordered the sending of the animals, the stray dogs basically, particularly and only the stray dogs, to the shelter homes. This debate has come up regarding the double standard of the society, double standard of the organizations like PETA, double standard of PETA, and other animal rights organizations. That do these animals, do they have no right to live with dignity, to survive? Do they take birth? Do they come here on the earth just to be killed, to be slaughtered, and to be served on your platter to fill your stomach, to quench your thirst and hunger? Is it so? This is a very serious question. A very serious question. If you are so very caring for the dog, if you care for the dog rights, you should be aware about the rights of these animals as well. This is a very serious question. And now, I will not only pose the questions, I will also give you the answers. Why is it so? Why are there the double standards? The answer is culture. It is the culture. What you do is very much decided by the culture, by the history, by the traditions, rites, rituals, customs, the thought process, the beliefs that you inherit from your family, what happens around you. So if you are born in a family where eating non-veg is okay, is common, has been there in practice since childhood, you have been eating it, you will not question it. It is very less likely that you will question it. You will not question it. You will simply eat it. You know, if you have been raised in a family where dogs are loved, are showered with love, then you will also do the same. You will carry on the same tradition, and it's highly likely you can do both the things at the same time. You can kill the chicken, or you can get the killed chicken from the shop, not to euphemize it, right? Not to you, I want to euphemistically say that eating the chicken, eating the food, it's not a food, it's the animal that you have killed and now you are eating it. It's not the food, right? I won't use the euphemisms here, right? So if you could be one person where both of these traditions go on simultaneously, so you will not question it. You will not question it. Amazingly, I am a vegetarian, to tell about myself, but I have practiced veganism, and I, to a certain degree, support their cause or their arguments. Their arguments hold water when they say that humans are the only species who keep on drinking the milk till they die, and humans are the only species who drink the milk of the other species, that is cow. I found their arguments somewhat somehow logical, rational, and plausible when they say that we should not be milking the cows. When they actually say that, and it is true to some extent, it is not the cow which is giving us the milk, but it is we who are actually milking the cow, extracting the milk from the breasts of the cow. This is a very pertinent point to think, and I think that I know these things. I know that drinking a cow is morally, ethically, rationally, that it's not fair, but I still do it. Why? Because of my culture. I cannot imagine my food without the milk or the milk products such as butter, paneer, chach, buttermilk, and 100 other sort of food items that I eat. Right from the proteinaceous products like curd, yogurt, to the sweets that I eat. I cannot imagine my food without that. Similarly, it is the culture. Because of the culture, the people who are non-vegetarian, who eat animal, they cannot imagine, they cannot have the food without the non-veg in it, and it is something which is so deeply ingrained in them. They have been brainwashed, they have been conditioned to eat the non-veg as something which is a food, as just one type, one category of the food, and it hides the cruel reality that we can actually witness with our naked eyes if we go to the slaughterhouse, that with what mercilessness the animals, innocent animals, are killed there. It hides it. And at the same time, for somebody who is fed with the milk at the night by their mother, by the family members in the daytime, or is fed the kheer, the paneer, the curry made up of paneer, the chach, and everything, they are also hidden. They are also kept away from the harsh conditions in which the cows are often kept, not all the time, but are often kept. And even if they are treated well, it is some sort of in some way, not the exploitation, but at least an unfair act that you are doing, because you haven't taken their consent. Who knows, like, do you know that the cow is giving the milk happily? Maybe not, but you extract it, and then in turn you save its life. It's a mutually beneficial relation. It is basically the culture, or nothing more than that, nothing less than that. It is basically it is in your culture, right from the time of Lord Krishna, and even from a very long time. So this is the answer behind the double standard of the society. The culture has told the society to respect the certain animals like cows. We worship the cow. And the Western culture, the respect towards the cow comes from where? From the native indigenous Bharatiya culture, right? Cows treated as our mata, right? As our mother. And it is the Western culture that has shown us to shower all of our love for the uh, dog, and to treat it as a pet animal, right? And this is a practice which is most often practiced in the elite households, elite upper class people, and is now populating in the middle class also, and not there with the lower class people. But yeah, people sometimes imitate in order to assert their status, to enhance their status. They also keep on doing the same thing. So this is what the people are doing in order to show themselves as the cow lover, having the cow sorry dog lover, I'm sorry, having the dog in their home sometimes enhances their status. It does, right? But they are hypocrite if they are killing the other animals and eating them, है ना? While both the animals share the same characteristics physiologically, morphologically, I mean, the biology is same, the body characteristics, the traits, the structure is same. Both have got four legs. If we keep the dog over here and the goat over here, then they both have four legs. They both have eyes, nose, ears, head, brain. They both have the same biology. They both have the same sociology as well. I mean, they both have got family. So if you keep them away from their family and eventually kill them, it hurts them, it hurts their family members. So the reason why do we do this is because of the culture. You cannot tell somebody, I mean, you can tell them on the moral grounds, on the rational grounds, that you should not kill an animal and eat an animal just for your taste, just to quench the thirst or hunger, when you are provided with the plenty of other options, cereals, grains, fruits, vegetables, whatnot. And this is also not good. Killing animal and eating them is also not good for the environment, for the climate, because of the greenhouse gases they emit. The process of killing an animal, that it emits in the environment, because of the waste of the water, killing an animal. Because of these all the reasons, you can actually, on the moral grounds, on the rational grounds, try to convince the person, but the person is very less likely to get convinced. Why? Because of the cultural conditioning, the habits formed over many years, perhaps the decades. In the same way, it is very difficult for a vegan to make a vegetarian understand that drinking milk is actually not right, is actually unfair. In the same way, it is, as I told you, difficult for a non-vegetarian to convince vegetarian and vegan that eating the meat builds your muscles and all, and is okay for the survival of the fittest and whatnot, the theories who the scientist Darwin gave. So it's all about, I mean, these things are quite tricky, not very tricky if you try to understand them as I have done, and as I have tried to make you understand. But the bottom line is culture. We are the products of our culture. If we have to change ourselves, we'll have to think very rationally and very logically. And if we rationally and logically think, like as I have thought, I agree that drinking milk is not fair, on the moral and rational grounds even. But still, I cannot actually give up drinking the milk or its products, because it is an integral part of my culture, of the food that I eat in my culture. So the debate that has now opened up, the debate between the vegetarianism and non-vegetarianism is a very tricky debate, is a very complex issue, and we'll have to try to look at it from the perspective, from the lens of culture, right? But coming back to the original issue of the stray dogs, then I personally feel stray dogs should be sent to the shelter homes, because they seriously pose a threat to the innocent people living there in Delhi or wherever. I personally have been bitten by a dog, and we know the friends, our friends. Back then, when I was in Delhi, at least five of my friends reportedly got bitten by the dogs. So they pose a threat. Sometimes you cannot enter in some select areas because the dogs, flock that particular area, come in the gang and chase you, and sometimes beat the shit out of you, scare you a lot. Actually happens. And sometimes they even kill the small babies. Sometimes it has been reported, and other times they spread the diseases like rabies. This is very well known. And they also create a nuisance in the society. For example, they if you are working from home, if you are work from home person, or if you are singing, listening to song, working, studying there, if you are sleeping, simply sleeping, the barking of the dogs, it really irritates you, it frustrates you, and you personally have been noticed it. And as compared to the other animals, for example, cows are there, stray cows are there, but they are very peaceful, they are kind, they are simply sitting there posing no threat. They aren't biting anybody, they aren't spreading no diseases, and thirdly, they aren't making no sound or noise. So they are relatively comparatively peaceful and harmless animals. Cows, I'm talking about cows, keeping the religious beliefs apart, just on the practical ground I am talking. But dogs practically actually are not very very good, until unless you are a dog lover and you have extreme devotion for dogs for whatever reasons. Maybe you are influenced by the western culture, that is percolating through the from elite class to upper class, then to middle class to lower middle class, whatever be the reason. But I personally, as a person in the colony, the society where I live in, dogs create a nuisance. They do create a nuisance in several ways, as I have told, and it is a nice decision, a practical decision by the Supreme Court, and I welcome it. And at the same time, I will urge the vegetarian community, vegan community, to grab this opportunity to take it as an opportunity to push your agenda, your narrative, and your views, because many of the dog lovers, they call themselves animal rights activists, animal lovers, but they are not, because in the daytime they are protesting for the dog, for the rights of the dog, but in the night time they are eating the chicken, the mutton, the biryani, fish curry, and even beef if it is available and whatnot. So it purely, truly, and perfectly exposes such people, and this behavior exposes them. And this behavior, this double standards, this hypocrisy of these people should be brought in the public, and this is something good that is happening. So yeah, that is what it was it about it. And a lot of people told me, please say something. So this is what I have to say. If I were to summarize it, then there are double standards on the basis of aesthetic beauty. Only dogs and cats are there which are loved, which aren't eaten, and when it comes to the other animals, they are eaten. Practically speaking, rationally speaking, not religiously, not morally, rationally speaking, no animal should be harmed if there is plenty of cereal, pulses, grains, vegetables, fruits to keep you healthy, to keep you fit. You should be eating that only. And it is not only good for the animal, who of course has the animal rights, at least the right to live, but it is good for the environment, in several ways. And it is also good for your health also, as the recent researches show that eating animals is not a very good decision because of the high chances of disease that you get from them. So yeah, we should be thinking introspectively, critically, reflectively on our decisions, choices, on our practices, on our habits. With this, Garvit Jain signing off. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.